There, do you, all right, I might put this on another spot or something, but I'm actually curious. Do you feel that you've kind of helped launch hey, let's all get together and like, seek out, find old bad movies? Because I know like Button Umathons and things had been around for a while. And so, Best of the Worst is kind of, in a sense, what do you call it? A derivative of those kinds of things. But I feel like you guys have spawned so many. I can go on YouTube now and find so many like Best of the Worst clones. You know what I'm saying?
Like, as far as YouTube was concerned, I think Best of the Worst was one of the early kind of versions of that. Like, let's get together and discuss bad movies. Obviously, everyone knows like Mystery Science Theater 3000 has been around for a long time. Like B movie festivals, actually. So I'm in Milwaukee, just to the south of us here at over at Northwestern University. They have a 48-hour B movie festival every year, and they lock you in a theater for 48 hours, or maybe 24 hours. I don't know how long.
Either one's a lot.
I only went once, and you know what? It was fantastic, and I'll never go again. But like this sort of like B movie culture, like Joe Bob Briggs is who I'm thinking, like Joe Bob Briggs at the movies. B movie appreciation and culture, Elvira.
Yeah, great point.
If you're in the Milwaukee, Chicago area, Svengoolie. We had Svengoolie, which was like a local cable access.
Oh, fun. Okay.
And so it's like there has always been this appreciation of B movies and bad movies. We just, we were an early adopter of taking our hobbies and monetizing them on the internet. Because, of course, as movie lovers, the group of us over at Red Letter Media would oftentimes have bad movie nights. Hey, let's just hang out.
Yeah, for fun, right?
Here's a selection of bad movies. And so we showed that to the world. And I'm really happy that there's more love. Listen, like when what's the name of the biography of Tommy Wiseau?
That was Disaster
Artist.
Thank you. Yeah. Yes, like the fact that the Disaster Artist like was a major Hollywood production is mind blowing to me. So
well, and that's kind of what I think about too when I think about you. If we call you guys and your kin the second or third generation of the B movie appreciation squad, I think the big thing you guys brought to the table is that guys like Neil Breen are becoming like celebrities because of these things. Where I feel like a lot of the other people who were appreciating Ed Wood, a lot of that came so much later after he like died. So we're kind of getting this new world of guys who are like making stuff that's like relatively recent, who are starting to get all of that love. It's like the time between you making the crap and then people appreciating how goofy it was is shortening a lot,
Yes. Well, and like specifically in a case like Tommy Wiseau in The Room, immediately he discovered that he had made a bad movie, but it was still selling. So he like immediately pivoted like, no, it's a comedy. I did that on purpose. But what makes Neil Breen so special is he takes his art very, very seriously and continues to do so. Refuses to show his movies at midnight movies or at B movie festivals.
Yeah, he doesn't make one
he's
of those.
even more rare of a gem to find.
I think he absolutely is, because another guy I would think of would be like Derek Savage, who does like Cool Cat.
I don't know that one. I'm sorry.
No biggie. So a very similar thing to a Neil Breen type, and he's trying to make like educational films for kids, but generally the production value is so bad, and oftentimes the message is so murky that they come across like kind of inappropriate and weird. Also, he has like a weird Twitter presence because he tweets everything as Cool Cat, but he'll like tweet stuff that he wants to tweet, and so he'll be like thirst trapping for like Instagram girls, but it's like Cool Cat. It's really creepy.
What?
Oh my!
You gotta check this out, Derek Savage. It's amazing. YMS almost like single-handedly made him famous, and that's part of what I think about a lot is like you guys have this thing now where it's like if you find some oddity and it's not old, that guy may be like, oh, everyone loves my thing, I was right, but they don't realize it's connected to like some guy basically crapping on them. But
we see that a lot. Like we'll check out like Amazon stocks of movies before we release the Best of the Worst, and then after we release the Best of the Worst, and like yes, immediately they're sold out after the Best of the Worst, which is great because like
that's awesome.
And something I do try to have come across more is like the reason that we talk about bad movies and the reason that we love bad movies is because we love movies in general. Like we just love movies so much that we will even watch the worst offenders because we enjoy the art form so much.
Well, and there's stuff you won't get to see in a Hollywood, or I don't want to say Hollywood, but like in a Favreau movie that you do get to see in like B movies. Like, where else am I going to see this? So
Exactly.
all of the creativity comes from the margins, and we like to celebrate the margins around here. So
outsider art is what the old folks would call it.
I like that. So let's create some outsider art here with with mafia lawyer